Them is a new TV show that drops its first season on Amazon Prime this past Friday. This show stars Deborah Ayorende, Ashley Thomas, Allison Pill, and Shahadi Joseph Wright. The setting of Them season one is the 1950s, where an African American family they moved from North Carolina to Los Angeles during the period of the Great Migration. When they move to Los Angeles, their life becomes a living hell. Their neighbors don't want them there. The house they're in may or may not be haunted, and everyone in the family is dealing with some sort of issue in some sort of way. And we have our horror thriller slash drama show on Amazon Prime. I saw the trailer for this a couple of days before the season dropped on Amazon Prime, and I thought it looked interesting. And I like the fact that this show is going to be an anthology show, which means that every season is going to be a new story and different characters. So I was interested to see how this season would play out in the span of 10 episodes. And I have to say, I thought Them season one was pretty good. I don't think this show is going to be for everyone, though. Number one, this show is a slow burn. This is the type of show that takes its time. And I can see some people thinking that it would be boring. And some people just like fast paced shows in general. So maybe this is the type of show that's not going to be for everybody. But I noticed that on Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score is 63%, which means there are people who either love it or people who hate it. I'm one of the people who think it's above average. My favorite part of the show are the performances from Ashley Thomas and Deborah Ayorende. Both of them are excellent. They are by far the MVPs of the show. Everyone gives a good performance, but it's them two who really shines, in my opinion, because both of these actors showcase a lot of range in this show. Their characters are very sympathetic. There's no spoilers in this review, but both of them have traumatic experiences in the past prior to moving to Los Angeles. And when you realize and find out what they are, you just feel that much more sympathy for them. And on top of what they went through in the past, they're dealing with other bullshit in the present. You have all these people who obviously don't want them there. They're doing everything they can to get them out of there. They blame them for nothing, basically. And even Ashley Thomas's character, who is a husband slash father, and he has a job and he has his boss who he thinks he's like this nice guy, but really he's a jerk off. So you feel for these characters a lot. And I liked how every character in the family is dealing with something. So you have two daughters here. One of them, she has a new friend in school. And you can see that obviously something has happened in their past because there's a reason why they moved from North Carolina to Los Angeles. And when you find out why, it just makes the show that much more interesting to me. So the first half is a little slow, but as the when after the middle portion, that's when the show picked up for me. Now, as I stated before, this is a horror and thriller slash drama. I would say it's more of a drama because you know that these characters that they went through something in the past and it kind of plays in the present, so it really is how they're dealing with the whole situation, but I think it's interesting. I thought it was investing for a good amount. And is this show unsettling, disturbing? Yes, there are definitely some unsettling scenes, some scenes that will stick with you. There is one episode that showcases a horrifying sequence, and if you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about, or if you plan on watching the show, when you watch it, you'll know what scene I'm talking about, but it hasn't left my mind since then. I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible, but it's effective in that way because it makes you realize the horror of the situation, and it just, like I said, it just sticks with you. It stuck with me. Like I'm still thinking about it as I'm talking about it. So, yeah, I think this is a solid show overall. In terms of flaws, I will say it does have some pacing issues. Like I said, it is a bit of a slow burn. There are some episodes that do feel a little overlong, and I thought to myself that some episodes could have been trimmed like maybe 10 minutes or so. I also thought some of the supporting characters, they didn't really have much to do at all. Again, no one gives a bad performance, but some of these characters are a bit of a throwaway. I just wish there was some more emphasis on some other characters. I get that this family is the main focus of the show, but there's another character like Allison Pill, who was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and she's in this show, and she plays very different characters in both shows. A lot of range from her part. Anyway, they do some stuff with her character because she's a very unsympathetic character, but you start to know who she is as a person. And I just kind of wish they did that with some of the other characters. And just one last thing, and not everyone's going to agree with me for those who've seen the show, but the finale overall was solid, but I don't know if I like the way it ended. I just wish there was a bit more. If there was a season two of this story, then it'd be different, but due to the fact that the story is now concluded, I don't know, it just felt a little too open-ended for my liking. That's just me personally, though. But otherwise, this is a good show. I binged it in a couple of days. I was invested. When the second half happened, I wanted to keep watching. And it gets crazy, too. So it's a good show. I'm going to give them season one a 7 out of 10. I am interested in seeing season two whenever it comes out. I imagine it's going to be, well, it's going to be a different story. I wonder if the same actors in season one is going to appear in season two and what kind of characters are going to play in season two. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, the show has a mixed response. I stated the 63% of Rotten Tomatoes that I saw the other day. And I would just say if you're someone who doesn't want to see the show, I would say still try to give it a chance. Again, I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but I noticed some people are judging the show without seeing it, which I think is dumb. So I would say keep an open mind. It's a good show. And no, it's not a ripoff of Us, of Jordan Peele's Us. It's not nothing like Us. There's no correlation with the show. The story is different. The only similarity is that the daughter and them and Us, they're the same actress. That's it. There's nothing else related to those two things. So yeah, them season one gets a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll take it into consideration if you guys want to see the season or not. The next review will be for Superman, the animated series. I've been binging that. I'll be done with that soon. So expect a review for that this weekend. Thank you guys again for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you guys next time with my review of Superman, the animated series. Until then, have a good one. Bye.